Hello you lovely people, this is Angel here, resuming our Let's Play of TFTC Reimagined, and we are doing Battle 1 Mission 3 today. And that puts us back in the lovely, awesome TIE Bomber. Okay, whatever, let's get on with it. So, after the intensity of the previous mission, I wanted us to have a nice, easy stomping mission. And by that I mean I want to show the power of the Empire once it's got some proper backup going with it. In this case, we've got the Star Destroyer Hammer and the frigate Fogger, and Rebel Starfighter forces in the area. As such, both the Imperial Star Destroyer Hammer and the modified frigate Fogger will be spearheading the assault. The Lancer frigates Slicer and Fowler will stay behind at Outpost D34 to protect it from any further attacks, but we don't believe there is any real threat to the outpost. So that's important there. In the last video I explained that I wanted more narrative consistency, particularly with what capital ships are present during the campaign. And I added the Lancer frigates Slicer and Fowler in the previous mission. And in the classic mission, I think it's just the Fogger that attacks this pirate and rebel convoy. But in this case, as I said, I want this to be a stomping mission. I want you to feel the power of the Empire. So we're taking the Star Destroyer Hammer and the frigate Fogger to just wipe this convoy out. And just a little bit of dialogue to say, the Lancer frigates are being left behind to defend D34 because otherwise D34 is defenseless. Many as 2 squadrons of enemy fighters. So yeah, just a little bit of dialogue just to explain what happened to the previous 2 ships. The Imperial Star Destroyer Hammer will lead an attack to destroy this transfer operation, escorted by the modified frigate Fogger. TIE Fighter and Interceptor groups will move to engage and destroy enemy starfighters. I've also mentioned how annoying it is to do these, and tedious it is to do these map briefings, but once you've done them, I do like it. It looks good, nice and animated, and yeah, it helps you understand what your objectives are, how the mission should play out. So, again, one of the core aspects of Reimagined that I really want to show is the power, the military power of the Empire. I want you to feel like you are part of this massive military machine, something that the original TIE Fighter couldn't do because of its technical limitations. And I think this mission is a nice example of trying to display that. We've got the Destroyer Hammer, we've got the frigate Fogger, and we've got your wingmates and other bombers beside you. You can see ahead of you the TIE Interceptors and TIE Fighters, which are going to screen the fighters for the bombers. And in the distance, silhouetted against the gas giant, you've got the rebel and pirate forces. And I just thought visually this was a really nice way to, showcase the power of the Empire and how we're about to just stomp all over these guys. I think, frankly, in this mission, you don't have to do a lot as the player. And I feel that's fine for this mission. I feel that it's just okay to take a breather, just shoot some bad guys down, or at least some freighters. The only real difficulty in this mission comes from towards the end of the cargo ferries. Their lasers can be quite lethal to a TIE bomber, and they do shoot the torpedoes down. So that's probably the only real challenge of this mission. You don't really need to engage any of the fighters unless two of them start targeting you, but for the most part your AI buddies will do their best to take them down. But again, visually, you're seeing the battle begin ahead of you, and you know that the fighters are being taken care of, so you can just concentrate on firing torpedoes at these freighters. It also gives you an opportunity to practice dumb firing as well. Some of the freighters aren't armed, the cargo ferries are armed, and I think the other freighter types, I can't remember their name off the top of my head, but they're sort of those elongated ones, they are also armed. They begin static, they're not moving, and then they start moving, so then you have to kind of aim like I'm just doing there. I'm trying to lead, because I know they're going to move, and I'm trying to anticipate their movement. Let's see if I actually hit them.
Primary target update. Their shields are out. They have been destroyed. Report on primary target. Their shields are out. Report on primary target. They have been destroyed. Report on primary.
I think one annoying aspect of the mission perhaps is the primary target update. They've been destroyed. It happens a bit too much. But in a way it's kind of a homage to the original TIE Fighter, because you'd always get the mission critical target, shields down, hull condition critical, and so forth. The tactical officer is actually, again, UL 002 doing the voice, which he's just done some Audacity stuff to make it sound like a droid. It's supposed to be a droid tactical officer basically assisting you. We've been asked why we didn't use the original TIE Fighter tactical officer like I just imitated, but the problem is the dialogue from that is too limited with all the different kind of dialogue you have in X-Wing Alliance for the tactical officer. There's just not enough to go around, and it's a lot more dynamic as well.
Primary target update. Their shields are out. Primary target.
There's only one case where I've actually used the original tactical officer, and that was I added in 1.2, is when a missile is fired at you, you get that warning alarm, and then you get the incoming missile.
Their shields are out.
That's the only example of that original voice being used. I just wanted it in there as a little Easter egg, if you will.
This is 4. I'm having trouble over here. This is 4. I'm aborting my attack run. This is 4. I'm heavily...
So you can see those those lasers on the cargo ferries are quite lethal.
Primary target update. They have been destroyed.
Any capital ship that has basically starfighter lasers, if their AI is above officer level, they will murder you if you get too close, and they can be quite dangerous to other capitals as well. So they can be a bit difficult to balance. They're okay on rookie, they're relatively okay on officer, and then when you put them to veteran level, suddenly it escalates quite significantly in terms of their rate of fire and accuracy. But as I mentioned before with the TIE Bomber, the only saving grace is that it's a lot more tankier than a TIE Fighter or Interceptor as unshielded craft go, so it can take a few hits at least. So, mission completed. Just doing a bit of clean-up work on these rebels. I know one of the prevent conditions is that the Fogger or I think the hammer must not be destroyed, but there is literally no danger of that happening. You don't need to worry about that. Yeah, nice turkey shoot. The Empire's in control here. We're winning. No problem here. Job done. Return to base. Or return to the mothership in this case. And I think that's the only TIE Bomber mission in Battle 1. Which is good, because I don't like flying a TIE Bomber. I mean, it's comparable to flying the Y-Wing, I think. Similar speeds. The only difference is that the Y-Wing has shields. But is otherwise basically a worse gunboat in terms of maneuverability and speed. I saw a comment in the last video actually about how the bomber, I think in lore, has concussion missiles as well as torpedoes, and if you were to have that in the game, it would make it more fun, like the missile boat. I prefer to keep it just to torpedoes because that's what the missile boat's for, but I believe there is a profile in XWAU which enables this, so I think it's in XWAU on by default. You do have dual warhead launchers, and that's concussion missiles and torpedoes.
Good work. Whilst both parties were in the middle of their cargo transfers, we were able to launch our attack and completely wipe them out. However, we had been expecting far more rebel resistance than we encountered, and now we know why. It seems the rebels took advantage of our attack to launch a second assault on Outpost D34. We've been unable to...
So again, a little bit of dialogue there saying, you know, we know Outpost D34 has been attacked, that this was a diversion perhaps, or something to just keep us off balance, and that the Lancer frigates left behind, we've lost contact with them. I guess we'll find out what happened to those Lancer frigates in the next mission. So I will see you then. And until then, Good hunting.